Okay, so the knife we're going to talk about today is the Joker Trampero. It is made in Spain. It is a high flat grind. It is a Kephart style knife with micarta handles. Very comfortable handles, by the way. Whoever designed these did a great job. It's made out of Sandvik 14C28N stainless steel. So it's great for food prep, and it's a high flat grind. So when we go to put it through the paces, one of the first things we're going to do is see how it does with slicing tomatoes. Because you're going to be using this for food prep a lot, and especially with it being stainless steel. I mean, that is performing beautifully. Look at that. Look how thin that is. I mean, it is. See if it'll slide off. Super. And by the way, I grew these, so not to be bragging, but anyway, let's get on to it. I'll split some wood down, see how it does. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see it already starting to split. You can just twist it and pop it out. Yeah, see, there you go. Let's see how it does with a little bit of feathering. Now, a lot of people will say, that's not a great bushcraft knife. It's a high flat grind. Honestly, I feel like a high flat grind is a better bushcraft knife than necessarily a Scandi, and that might be sacrilege to a lot of people, but think about how much food prep you're going to be doing versus how much woodwork you're going to be doing. So if you're sitting around a camp, I'd much rather have a high flat grind that I've got to adjust my angle a little bit for to do woodwork with than having a Scandi grind that I have to really struggle with doing food prep and mashing my food up and everything else. So like I said, it's just a matter of preferences. I like to have both. Honestly, that would be my biggest preference, is to have both on hand, have both handy. But if I've got to choose a knife, at the end of the day, a knife is a wedge that separates material. The steeper that wedge is, the easier it's going to be to separate that material. Let's just be real. And with a high flat grind, it's going to be super versatile. It's going to be very sharp. This thing out of the box, I mean, let's see if I can do this without cutting myself. It's already been through a few different tests, and it's still hair shaving sharp. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it is an absolute beast. And the thing is, I've had drop points, I've had different style knives, but a Kephart knife is very nondescript, but it can do a lot of things well. It doesn't do everything the best, but it's kind of a jack of all trades. So I'll take that trade off. This is actually probably pushing the limits a little bit, but I would be comfortable. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I would be comfortable splitting something this size. So let's do it. And it's going into a knot. You can see that wave. Let's go pound on through it. All right, let's take a look at that edge. None the worse for wear. I mean, that is still, absolutely perfect. And you can see the wave in it where it split it. So let's put it through some cardboard. Get rid of this. Get that extra out of there. I mean, it's a good knife. Now, that said, let's take a look at what it can do with a ferrule rod, because that's one of the crucial tests to being a good everyday bushcraft knife, belt knife, whatever, is can it strike a ferrule rod? So let's find out. And see, that's a new ferrule rod, so I had to get that coating off of it first, and it just showers sparks off of it. So let's take a look at the sheath. It's a very thick leather sheath with a nice welt down it, good stitching. It's got a dangler belt loop with a double snap, so you don't have to take your belt off to put it on. And I actually noticed this today. I thought this was just a solid ring. It's not. If you look close, it's actually a carabiner. So you can just pop that off. take it all the way off, and you just have a regular belt sheath. And this leather sheath, I would compare this to, like, say, a Condor knife, JRE Industries, something like that, like they use on the LT Wright knives and some others. I mean, it is just thick leather, very good quality. And what I like to do is, if I don't carry anything other than like my Wazoo sharpening stone, I use this as a strop for it to get that edge back in shape. So I would highly recommend checking out the Joker Trampero. You can pick them up for about $80 online, and this is an absolute home run. So give them a look.